Oh, stop. All right. I don't know if this is coming through yet. Let me bring it up on YouTube and make sure. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm running so late. I Oh, yep. I'm coming through. All right. Excellent. Coming through. Do. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Quarter Scams. This is the Arsenos Andrew speaking. It's Saturday night, and we are live streaming. Avery, of course, is here with
Yes,
me. Hello, my good friend.
yes.
How are you?
You're tardy and hetero-flexible.
I know. What happened was I wanted to discuss where is my camera? Okay, there's my camera. I got to look directly at the camera. Okay, I wanted to discuss some trolls that have recently been commenting on some of my videos and some of my responses, which honestly I find hilarious. But I had screenshotted them and I couldn't find the file. So I had to hurry up and some of them I had to re-screenshot in order to share with you guys. But I got everything. And I'm ready to go. So let's go ahead and check in with the chat and see who all's here. Sarah's in the house. Sarah says, hello. We all had a tornado one town over from us. If anyone is celebrating a birthday or anniversary, today is having a special day. That's right. Larry's here. Larry says, hope all is okay in your town, Sarah. Absolutely. BB's here, says hello to everybody. Sarah says, yes, thanks to Larry. And where is Drew and Avery? Running late. Sorry about that, guys.
I was on time. Drew was late.
Yes, well, I was on time too. I just didn't hit the button to go live on time.
Yeah.
Glenn's here. Glenn says, hit the like button. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, I'm using a new computer. So if for some reason the sound goes bad or something, please let me know. I think I'm coming through okay, but some things happened and I had to get a new computer, and life sucks sometimes, but you take care of it when you have to. BB says they are usually late. LOL. I'm not usually late. I'm not try
Yes.
to be. Oh,
Yeah.
hush. I try.
She is correct.
BB says I hit the like button a few seconds ago. Thank you. Sarah says I can't find the like button. Oh no. Glenn says time to set Drew's watch ahead 5 minutes. Pride flower rainbow heart is the emoji he sent. Okay. Actually, you guys want to know something really sad? I was in the living room watching TV with the wife. The clock in the living room is 5 minutes slow. So I'm constantly looking at that clock and having to add 5 minutes to realize when I'm supposed to go. And I was here in front of my computer before 8 o'clock. I just didn't have everything ready to go before 8 o'clock. So it happens. B. Bernie says they will call back. I wasn't on a call, but yeah, that happens. Glenn says close the chat window and you will see it. Oh, she's talking to Sarah. BB says then he'd be 10 minutes or more late, Glenn. Stop, you guys, you're killing me. I try not to be too late. Sarah says, never mind, got it. Excellent. Tim's here. Hey, Tim says, good evening from the hot and humid West Kentucky. Oh, yeah, we'd been promised rain all weekend long, and it just started like maybe 10 minutes ago, and I'm pretty sure it's stopped by now. That's a Florida summer. Sarah says, oh, Drew, where are you? I'm here. BB says, Drew's probably up to no good or messing with a scammer. No, I was screwing around with Avery talking about some trolls. So Sarah says, LOL, BB. Glenn says, expect 93, but now 77. May get some late rain tonight in Colorado. It's very humid outside. I'm glad to be inside, but take it easy and try to stay out of the heat. Larry's here. Larry says, seems like on Saturdays I get to scam calls early in the day and then nothing Saturday night and all day Sunday. Yeah, I had a couple of calls come in while I was at the store, but I was really busy with people and customers, so I was really ignoring them. I yelled at a few just to yell at them, and they'll call back. They'll call back probably on Monday. BB says, didn't he mention something about a road trip? That was last weekend. Guys. I had a good time. I'll tell you guys a little bit about it. I had a good time though. Glenn says, or adopting another cat. No, we're not doing that. Absolutely not. We still only have 6. Avery, do you need a cat? Never mind. Pretend like
No.
Sarah says, we're having day number 5 of a heat wave. Oh, goodness. BB says, could be, Glenn. No more cats. Larry says, we got the low 80s with the rain off and on today, but I'm in southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois area. Okay. Glenn says, it's funny how we talk about him and all he has to do is go back and read the chat. That's exactly what's going to happen. Sarah says, maybe I think you're right, BB. Did he say that he would have to stream tomorrow night? Nope. That was last weekend. I did stream last Saturday from Todd's place, but it was only a 20-minute stream. I didn't even send an invite to Avery. Avery wasn't even here. Did you know I streamed?
No, I didn't. I assumed you wouldn't. By yourself at Todd's place. I really assumed you wouldn't.
You know what's so sad? Is he actually came into the chat and sent me a super chat, but I already had wrapped up the stream before I read it. And so he texted me, dude, I sent you a super chat. You didn't even call it out. And it was literally at the very end, and I totally missed it. Because I was telling everybody, I said, I'm broadcasting from the super secret adult fantasy headquarters. I've snuck into the building and there's nobody there. And he was laughing and he said, it's really weird seeing my background, my office from without me.
Yeah, that would be weird. It
was. You know what else was weird? Going to a convention by myself.
Oh yeah.
It was slightly unsettling. It was really weird.
You know what? If I don't want to do conventions, but there are people there I wouldn't mind meeting.
Yeah. Maybe
but
next
I don't.
year.
But
See,
I
don't think
this
isn't going to happen next year. He's not going to go out of town next year, you know?
Yeah.
So
because Zayd was there, and I've done a bunch of work for them. It'd be nice to meet them in person.
Mm-hmm.
Bisley was there. It'd be nice to finally meet Simon Bisley. I've been a fan of his a long time and never met him.
Yeah. Do you know which 2 artists had the longest lines, at least from what I could see while I was there? Scotty Young and Jenny Frizen.
I don't know who the other person is. I know who Scotty Young is.
Yeah, Jenny.
Scotty Young used to be there back when I went, and I would have a table like that story about my chain wallet getting stuck in the bench outside, and I couldn't get up for like half an hour, and it was what's his name, Craig.
Mm-hmm.
You know that guy, that flamboyant artist.
Yes.
What's Craig's name?
I
forgot his name. But I was talking to him. He was standing up, and Scotty Young was beside me.
That's funny.
and like my chain wallet had slipped in a crack just right to where you couldn't pull it back out. And I was out there for like half an hour.
That's really sad.
Trying to get free. Oh man.
Teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
Don't have your wallet on a chain.
I don't wear the chain wallet.
I still have that. Like no capes. No capes.
I still have that. I still have that wallet. I still use it. It's busted up, but I took the chain off.
Very good. Very good. All right. BB sends a cat picture. Sarah says he is never this late. I bet he's not coming on. Oh, come on. Don't bet on me don't bet against me like that. Come on. It was late, not horribly late. Anyway, BB says, again, I can't remember. It's all right. I'm here for you guys. Larry says, wasn't he 25 minutes late last week? Yes. No, not last week, the week before. And that's because I had to pick my mother-in-law up from the airport, and it took longer to get back home than I expected. I was like 25 minutes late that weekend. So I promise, guys, I will try very hard not to make this a regular thing or a regular late thing. And BB sends frowny faces. Tim says, I watched many old cars checking in for the Great American Car Race today. About half of them was overheating. Half of them were overheating. Really? Oh, boy. BB says, that was very late last week. Yes, I was. The week before. Yay, he's here. Okay, cool. I caught up to when I showed up. BB says, hi, Drew. Hi, Avery. Manuel's in the house. He says, good evening, my friend Drew and Avery. Welcome to the show. Dave says
Hey.
hello to Drew. Let's see. I'm just gonna skip some of the highs and so forth, just so we can make sure we keep going. ADY says, "Yo, Drew from the UK. Morning, dudes. Welcome, sir. Welcome." Tony Miller's here. Says, "Good evening from Scotland. Excellent. Welcome to the show." Manuel says, "My nephew had baby boy this Thursday. Fantastic. Congratulations, sir. Absolutely awesome. Awesome. What's the name? You don't have to tell us, but I'd be curious what the name is." All right, let's see here. Glenn says the sound is good. Good. Sarah asks, "How's retirement?" It's really weird in the fact I still don't feel like I'm retired. And what's really funny is I actually had 2 conversations with my former coworker about some issues she was having. And she called me up and said, "Hey, just want to pick your brain for a second." And she gave me a little bit of the scenario of the problem she was having, and I knew exactly what it was. And I walked her through it, and she's like, "Oh, it literally, there was one little step in the process that she missed." And as soon as I mentioned it to her, she was like, "Oh, crap, now I remember." And then she worked on getting all fixed. So very good. Let's see. ADY says, "Morning, Tony. Where you at?" "I'm in New Burnley. I'm near Burnley." Okay. Darlene's here. Darlene says, "Hi, everyone. 38th wedding anniversary today for me and the hubby. Fantastic, and congratulations." That's awesome. I have to tell you, your little icon picture is very pretty with the birds and the very nice. Let's see here. Manuel says, "Drew, we have tropical storm in Jacksonville today." Well, actually, supposedly it's like skimming past us, but it's far enough out that we're going to get thunderstorms, but not close enough to where we're actually going to feel it, which is good because we need the rain. So, and it's last time I checked, it was raining just a little bit ago. I don't hear it anymore, so it might have stopped. He says, "I was sick passing this week. On Wednesday, I threw up, but I'm feeling better today." Okay, well, that's good. Take care of yourself, sir. We need you here. We need you around, you know? Let's see. Tattle's in the house. Tattle says, "Solar scammer claimed I was at an old address. I asked why his records were out of date. He ignored the question. When I insisted on the answer, he cursed at me and hung up." I love it when they curse at you. There's no other way of proving you're not a professional, you're not a real, I was going to say real person, you're not a real customer service person when you start cursing at people. Love it when they do that. Alian Abid says, US out of the World Cup." Oh, that's so sad. World Cup, that's soccer, right? Shows you how much I know. B. Bernie B says, 84 degrees in Long Beach, California. My air condition is running. Well, very good. Manuel says, "Good evening, everyone, on a happy Saturday night." Jeff's here. Jeff says, "Hit the love. Hi there. Love your video from the UK. 1:18 a.m. on Sunday morning." Oh, wow. Go get some sleep. That's way too late at night. Way too early in the morning, I should say. But thank you very much for joining, Jeff. Appreciate it. BB says, "It's hot here in Ohio, too. I think it's supposed to reach upper 90s today." Yeah, we've been in the 90s for like all week. So it's a little uncomfortable, but that's why we stay inside. Everybody should stay inside. I was going to say, Manuel says, "I watched the Cups of America start this Thursday night." I watched it. Okay. The Lady P's here and says, "Hello to everybody." Let's see. Glenn says, "Now you need to get a harness since you have 6 cats. They could be set up to pull your radio flyer full of comic books." You know, if that would work, but it won't. My wife actually wants to design a lightweight chair that the grandpuppy could pull her in. She wants to design like a PVC pipe type of contraption that, and I'm like, "Oh God, this is not going to work, dear." But she wants me to try to work on it. And I'm like, "Okay, we'll see what happens." So what were you going to say, Avery? Sorry.
It's not related to scams. It's comic book related. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
But it's literally something we've talked about.
Okay. What is it?
Okay, you remember that Jim Lee piece we saw at auction? That was the faded back cover to issue 50.
Okay. Yeah.
Where all the ink was faded. I just saw a post from Jim Lee's Facebook. He bought it and he's going to restore it.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
he bought it
awesome.
himself, and he saw that and he was like, "Oh my god!" He bought it himself and he's going to restore it.
That's crazy. That's awesome, but it's crazy.
Yeah,
he's going to resell it and make a whole bunch more money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darlene says we had 90 weathers plus storms this week. I think that pretty much everybody in the U.S. is getting that right now. So in some cases, it's a good thing. BB says, I know what you mean about going places by yourself. I hate it. Eating out by myself sucks, but I haven't done it in several years. Limited transportation and also can't afford to eat out anymore. That I understand too. Believe it or not, Saturday night, while I was in North Carolina, I got done with the show and I started to head back to the place, to Todd's place, and I got a craving for a Chinese buffet. So I Googled the closest Chinese buffet to where he lives, and it was like 8 minutes away or 8 miles away. And the place, it was called China Buffet. So I'm like, okay, perfect. That's what I want tonight. I want to go and I want to have a Chinese buffet, just me by myself, no big deal, right? I get there to the restaurant and I walk inside and the lights are all dark. The lady standing up at the counter, the buffet is completely closed. There's nothing on it. There's nobody in the restaurant. And the lady says, we're doing takeout only. And I was crushed because I was really looking forward to a buffet. And I went and I said, oh, okay, fine. So I ordered something. I went to the grocery store next door to pick up a few supplies, went back, picked up the food and took it back to the place. But I was really, really disappointed. It was plenty of food. And I was full. So, I mean, it wasn't like I was going to gorge myself or anything. I had enough, but I really just wanted the buffet and it wasn't there. And what's so sad
you can have a little bit of so many different things. You know?
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Well, I was reading the last review of the place and the people commented that they liked going there, but that the quality of everything, because of like COVID and so forth, everything had gone downhill, and they really missed how it was like a family place they could go and eat at. I should have read the damn review before I went.
Oof.
But and then what's so funny is the next day, as I was leaving to go out of town, I literally passed a Golden Corral that was packed full of people and busy, and I'm like, I should have looked up Golden Corral, but I had Chinese on the brain.
Yeah,
and I failed. So yeah, that was one of the sucky parts about being by yourself. So.
Well, I understand COVID affecting the place, but they haven't tried to ramp back up because it's over.
Yeah. Well, I think the place not only was affected by COVID, but also declining quality if there wasn't enough customers.
Yeah.
You know, you go to a buffet where the food's been sitting out for a while and it's getting stale or getting old or hard, or and nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. So I
gotta have high volume.
Yeah, I miss our Sunday lunches at the China Buffet. Those were always a lot of fun. All right, Lady P says I love going to places by myself. See, it's not. I go places by myself, but I don't travel by myself. Well, technically, I did travel by myself up to see Todd, but I wasn't like staying there by myself. I hadn't done that in a long time. It's been years since I did that by myself. So. Anyway, Tim says, I think you have better picks this week. Oh, well, that's because the new computer has a better camera. Like, I guess you guys can see me so much better. I actually shaved a little bit today. This is my had to shave because we're getting into the summer months, and a heavy beard is very uncomfortable in Florida in the summer. So, Jim says, evening to Avery. Let's see what else is going on here. Tattle says, I asked a scammer claiming to be a claims advisor where she's calling from. She said Washington, D.C. I asked why my caller ID said New Brunswick, Canada, and she hung up without comment. You know, I'm fairly certain they know what number is going into the system well, maybe it doesn't. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know what number is that they're using to spoof, you know? You'd think they'd have to have some clue what they're doing. But then again, you know, oh, here, I want to share. Okay, I'm going to share really quick. One of the comments I got today. Share screen. Let me. Would like to record the computer screen or deny. I don't need it to do that. Let's see. I want to get the right one. Where the heck? It's a window. That's why. Why is it's okay, guys, sorry. Once again, I'm failing down here. I'm trying to share a screenshot and it's not letting me do that. Hold on a second. Share window. To share audio. I don't want to share audio. It's just a picture. Let me see. Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. To fix it, go to... Oh, geez Louise. Sorry, guys. This is... This is just super sad. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to put this in a Chrome window. Open file. Let's see if I can actually do this. Screenshot number 5. Ah, there we go. Now it's in a Google Chrome window. Now I can present it. Sorry, guys. Technology stinks sometimes when you're not smart. All right. So this is one of the. Now this person necessarily not a troll, but they left a comment that just it's one of those straw men comments that just had to have a response, and it's one of those ones where they tell you, where people say something like, "Oh, stop being mean to these people. They're just trying to do their job." Okay, so I'll read the comment. This person says, "Yelling at poor people for doing their jobs is funny to you guys?" ? I'd be laughing with you if he was yelling at the MFers who run these call centers, but yelling at the employees is bad taste. Let's let that comment sink in just a little bit, okay? He's saying that my video of me yelling or cursing or whatever at the person was in bad taste and that these are just poor people doing their jobs. And my response was, yes, the don't hate the player, hate the game response. You do realize these quote unquote people often do this willingly and with full knowledge that they're trying to steal from elderly U.S. citizens. We should feel sorry for them for their lot in life, completely ignoring that they just stole some grandma's life savings. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this comment kind of rubbed me a little raw. It's the straw man argument of, quit picking on these poor people. Then I can do the same thing and put a straw man argument that these poor people are trying to rip people off, you know?
He's an idiot.
Yeah, I know. But people, from time to time, they just got to say something. They got to say something. They got to put their 2 cents in. And sometimes when they're wrong, they're wrong. And this one just got under my nerves. So, anywho, let me go back to the comments. Tony says, thank you for the shout out. Hi to Lady P. Absolutely. Oh, we got a lot of comments I got to go through. Manuel says, I'm a great uncle. Awesome. His name is Creed. Wow, that is such a cool name. I like that. I like that a lot. Very good. Congratulations again. Congrats to Darlene on the anniversary, says BB. Manuel says, thank you so much, BB. BB says, glad you are better now, Manuel. Absolutely. Manuel says, thank you so much. BB says, got a call yesterday, and she said she was calling about my cable service, and I told her no, she was wrong. Alianne says, who's watching ICC Cricket World Cup matches in the U.S.? I have no idea. Is anybody out there watching cricket? BB says, I asked if she knew how I knew because I don't have cable, and she hung up. Good job. Good job. I got a call. I think I actually put it in one of my day in the life ones where they said they were calling from DirecTV, and the lady says, you do have DirecTV? And I said, well, obviously I do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be calling me, right? You're not just cold calling people asking if they have DirecTV, are you? And she hung up right away. It's like, come on, try better. Glenn says, feeling lonely, no calls this week. My phone died on Monday. No calls in or out, still have internet. New phone showed up on Tuesday or Wednesday, so we can start wasting scammers' time again. Fantastic. You know, my wife suggested us changing our carriers in order to get new phones. Like, she really, really, really wants an iPhone. And she's like, let's look into changing our carrier so that we can get new phones. And I kind of panicked thinking, oh crap, if we change our phone carrier, that could interfere with the calls I get from scammers. You know, the phone might have some more advanced technology to block scammers, and heaven forbid should that happen. I told her, no, we can't change anything. The scammers need to know how to contact me. They need to know how to give me a call and keep me in the loop on all the things they're doing. So, as of right now, no new phone. Actually, I don't mind getting a new phone with the same carrier. I don't want a new carrier. I don't want to switch to some other carrier and risk having that new carrier be better at blocking scam calls. How sad is that? How horribly sad. Some people would consider getting new service provider for their phones based on the fact that the provider could offer better scam blocking programs or abilities. And I say, no, thank you. Crazy. BB says, you're welcome to Manuel. Hazel says, hi to Tony. This is your first live stream since your trip. This is your first live stream since your trip. Yes. Lady P says, I've been boiling here too, Darlene. Uh-oh. Eliane says, scammers scammed by grandpa. They lost their $15,000. That's horrible. Manuel says, congratulations to Darlene. Jim says, someone tried to contact me about a Department of Labor grant. I knew it was a scam. I looked it up. Okay. Tattle says, Sam from Medicare Benefits asked me for the color of my Medicare card. I said red, white, and blue. Isn't everyone's red, white, and blue? After a long silent pause, Sam hung up. Pretty sad. BB says, you got lousy service when you eat somewhere by yourself. That does happen. But I honestly, I'll be honest with you, BB, I got what I wanted, and it was good. I didn't have a problem with the food. I didn't have a problem with the portion. When I was done eating it, I was satisfied. I just wanted more. That's all. Even though I didn't need it, even though I couldn't hold it, I just wanted more. I think that's a mentality of Americans, maybe, you know, that we want more when we pay for something, you know,
and we want it now.
That's right. Well, when you go to a buffet, part of going to a buffet is the food is available right there and then. You don't have to wait. You don't have to order. You just get up and go eat it. You know, maybe that's what I wanted more than anything, was just the convenience of eating it when I was there, when I got there, and instead I had to wait. And oh well. The Lady P says, hey, Drew, my dad lives in North Carolina. Oh, fantastic. North Carolina is beautiful. I love visiting there. It's awesome. Manuel says, hi to Jim. Happy Saturday. Manuel says to Tattle, happy Saturday night. Jim says, hey to Manuel. Berth says, good evening, everyone in the chat. I hope everyone is doing well. Well, thank you so much, and welcome to the show, Berth. Hazel says, hi to Berth. Manuel says, hello to Berth. Manuel says, hey to Hazel. Sarah says there's a new variant of COVID out there. Really? I hadn't heard. I'm sure it'll be in the news eventually. Darlene says, I used to have a Keen buffet. They had a variety of food, including Chinese. The owners moved out. You know, the Golden Corral on South Side that we used to go to, it's no longer a Golden Corral. It's still a buffet, but it's not Golden Corral anymore. It's something else. So I've been curious, and maybe one of these days Mike and I'll go check it out. But yeah, it's no longer a Golden Corral. Manuel says, Drew or Avery, you knew a Bucksy It store or restaurant we had in Louis, a Bucky's, I think is what he's talking about.
Oh, Bucky's.
Bucky's, yeah. I've been to the one in St. Augustine. It's cool.
I love Bucky's.
Yeah.
I love Bucky's, dude.
So sad.
They won't let them come in around here.
Oh, really?
They pay too much. They don't want them here.
That's crazy. Tarkor says, I'm thinking of telling final expense calls. Don't want insurance. Not leaving anything to my greedy family. $10 to $20 is my in my backhoe. My brother digs a hole and the pasture and done. Well, I've mentioned a Viking funeral before and they didn't know what that was. So, oh, the Lady P says, just call me Pam. LOL. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Welcome, Pam. I always like the Lady P. I think that worked out good, you know. But BB says, just read it instead. Just read it. What are you talking about? I'm sure there's a comment I missed it. So the Pam says, I tell final expense callers I don't want anyone profiting off my bad luck. That's good. That's good. Darlene says, don't think that's legal, Tarkor. Uh-oh. BB says, SMH. What does that stand for?
Shaking my head.
Oh, shaking my head. I would have figured out it eventually. About your comments you got. Sheesh. Oh, trust me, that's just one. There was another one that was a whole series of one. Matter of fact, since we're now on that subject, I'll bring those up. I want to share with you guys the other three that I got that I thought were from I'm almost 100% certain this guy's a troll.
Yeah, here's the thing. I would have made that one guy who commented about laughing at people in other countries, I would have made that worse with my comment. I just would have been like, of course, I love laughing at poor people in other countries. Like, I would have made it so much worse.
Right.
I would have said something like, I would have validated what he said and taken it like one step further.
Yeah.
I just like, okay, you want to paint me as a bad guy. Here's a bad guy.
All right, hold on. I'm getting up all the comments. Because there's actually 4 images here to share with you guys. I should probably try putting them in order. Now the funny thing is, I never took down the comments. I left them up for this person just simply because, you know, I don't mind if somebody wants to be a troll. You know, it doesn't bother me at all. But oh well. All right, here we go. Here's the first one. And what's so funny is I actually point out the reason why I think these comments are funny later on. But this person said, "Terrible baiting. Just stop. Keep them on the line for 30 seconds is just pathetic." Okay, that's good criticism. And I said, I know. Tell me about it. I try so hard to keep them on the line, but sometimes they just don't wanna. Ugh, it's so frustrating. And then the next comment that they gave, I think this is, I'm trying to make sure I'm going in order here. Oh, nope. That's not the right one. That's like the last one. Let me see. Oh, then they said, because you're bad at this, it's very obvious what you did wrong here. If you can't see the glaring mistake you made, then please just stop. It isn't worth your time. And then I responded, please educate me on what I did wrong. If I can't understand what they're saying, I have to ask them questions and to repeat themselves. If that's a scam baiting no, then please tell me what I should do differently. Please help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope. That, of course, is me. That, of course, is me just screwing with them, right?
Yeah.
And which, I absolutely love to do. And then, like 24 hours later, I didn't hear a response back from the guy. And so I responded to him again, and I said, "Hello, are you there? I'm still waiting on your glorious insight on how to be better at scam betting. Don't give up on me now." And then he responded, "I already replied, and I guess YouTube clapped it." I'm not sure what clapping means, but clapped it. Again, if you need me to explain what you did wrong here, you are bad at this and you should stop. Your time would be better spent doing pretty much anything else. Go make a podcast about baguettes or something. Which, that is a great suggestion. I mean, if I knew how to make baguettes, I would make a podcast about it. I absolutely would. That sounds fantastic. What do you guys think? You think I should go into the Yeah, I know. I said, "Nope, I don't see anything. Maybe YouTube did delete it. Did you say bad words? Come on, clean it up and repost it, because I really need to know what you think I should do better. I need to know. You seem so smart, and I know I can learn from someone as experienced like yourself. Please." And then at this point, I'm looking up this person's ID. They've been on YouTube for 4 years. They have no videos whatsoever.
Yeah.
All they do is comment on other people's videos, which, that's what a troll is, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, this is the pace.
And you're clearly having fun with him. Like, he doesn't realize you're enjoying this.
Oh yeah. All right, I think this is the one. This is the final one. He says, "Man, you're really desperate. I say the same thing in more words. Scammers are looking for an easy mark. If you are immediately questioning the name of the company, they will instantly skip you and move on to the next easier mark. Again, you should be it. Wait a minute. That should be a given, but you are desperate." Oh, this I guess I nicked the last part of the comment where he told me he was looking forward to seeing my baguette podcast. And this is where I threw some reality on him, because the funny thing is, he was commenting on one of my shorts, and I said, "You do realize you're complaining about the length of time the scammer stayed on the line in a short video, right? By definition, a short is no more than 60 seconds long. I have hundreds of videos where I keep scammers on from 5 to 35 minutes or more. But you wouldn't know that. Trolls tend to be unintelligent individuals making comments without knowing anything about what they're talking about. Do better, please." And lo and behold, he didn't respond. He hasn't come back and said anything smartass or quirky,
Because he commented several times and he couldn't get you.
Yes. Well, yeah. That's true. And they're not going to get me. I mean, they're not going to upset me. And I was looking.
No, you'll enjoy it.
And I was looking forward to the response. I was like,
it's like, it's like, no, you don't understand who his friends are. He's used to abuse. He's going to enjoy this. You're not going to bother him.
That's right.
We say and do way worse to him daily.
Guys, one of the things that we did, Avery and I used to go out every Sunday and got together for lunch. And we did it for many years. We had a good time doing it. And we would bring my son Michael along with us. And we were constantly going at each other, like guys do, making fun of each other and picking on each other. And there were no limits. There were no rules. You could pick on somebody for anything. And there were times, and Avery will attest to this, where Michael threw down a really, really good one. And was like blown, because he was very quiet. He stayed very quiet, and he took it, and he would, just dodge and weave with whatever we threw out. And from time to time, he'd hit us with one that just it was just hilarious.
Yeah.
There was one I remember he said that included his sister that was hilarious. I don't remember what it was, but there was one where Avery and I are always screwing around about who Michael's dad is, because Michael is taller than me. He's bigger than me. He doesn't, I mean, he looks just like me. If you put us together, you would say, oh yeah, that's father son. There's no question to it. I claim him. There's no question to it. But at times we joke that, maybe he's Mike's kid. I mean, he's Avery's kid because he's tall like Avery. And there was one day that we were walking and talking, and he said something, or you said something, and I said something like, and I said, Michael, who's your father? Right? And he looked at us both and said, after all the conversations we had, I have doubts. I swear to God, Avery almost fell on the ground. He was laughing so hard because my wife,
it was good.
My wife hates that joke that we make about who's his father. But he's like, I'm really not sure.
What was funny is when you guys stopped by to visit that one time, and Jennifer's looking at me, and she goes, "Oh God, he does kind of look like Michael."
Oh, I have a picture. I have two pictures of the two of you together. Mm-hmm. One of them is when he's like in elementary school, and you're
he's like
literally
5 or 6.
You have your hand on top of his head, and he's like smiling, and he's like this. And then I have a picture of his high school graduation, standing next to you, and he's almost as tall as you. He's maybe a few inches shorter, but he was in high school. He was already taller than me and my wife.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We had so much fun picking on him. And pick it on each other. We still, to this day, as you guys can tell.
Oh, we're savage. Savage. Like the stuff we say off the air to each other. It like we can't talk to each other the way we do in private on YouTube. He will lose his channel.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
He would absolutely get banned.
But guys, it's a guy thing. It's definitely a guy thing, and Michael kind of learned how to take it, but he also learned how to dish it out. He did learn to dish it out, which was hilarious. But he wasn't. You look at my son and you think this is a really strong, sensitive kid because he's very quiet, he's very helpful, he's very honorable, he's very reliable. But he's got that little pushback in him, which we gave that to him. We developed that in him. I'm very proud of that fact. So, yeah,
he got in a few good one-liners. Absolutely.
He did. Oh boy! All right, let me catch up on the chat. See who else is here. Oh, Hazel says, they know it's a scam. Yes. Manuel says hi to Tarkor. Pamela says congrats to Manuel. Hazel says, is that your first live since your trip? Is this your first? Yes, this is my first full regular live stream since I went on that trip. I remember, guys, I had 2 almost back-to-back trips. One to Lake of the Ozarks, then I live streamed the next week, and then I was late because of the airplane, and then the next one was from Charlotte. I'm not going anywhere else for the rest of the year. We have no plans to do anything for the rest of the year. So you guys have got me every Saturday, no problems. So. Roxy's here. Roxy says, hi, you are doing an amazing job. Please keep it up and showing new scams. You know what's so funny? And I kind of showed that in the last 2 videos I posted. The scam calls I get, they're a variety of different ones, but it's a lot of the same ones over and over and over again. It's the accident helpline. It's the Medicare, it's the healthcare, it's the final expense insurance. It's always the same thing. But every now and then I get something new. Something new pops up, and I'm in 7th heaven when they give me something new that I can share with you guys. And it happens from time to time, but you're absolutely right. They're always doing something new. There's something new on the horizon, and I look forward to capturing it and sharing it with you guys. I don't think I have anything new going on. I think I have some recordings that I'm going to make into a video for tomorrow. I gotta check. I think I have some. I've got plenty for Monday as well, because I won't get any calls on Sunday. Usually, never get any calls on Sunday. So Monday will be the first chance to get new calls. So always looking for it. Sari is here. Does Avery play Elden Ring? Are you familiar with that game, Avery? He's taking a break. We'll give him that. Manuel says hi to Roxy. Burr says, when I called scammers out, they seriously cursed me out with their language. I have even been told they love taking from others because it's so easy. That is despicable, but it's absolutely true. And we should pity them, these poor souls that are just doing their job. What
the heck?
Yeah. Let me kick the other one.
Yeah, where's there two?
Yeah, I know. You still there?
Yeah, I was answering. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we weren't hearing anything, and then all of a sudden you popped up a second time. So.
Yeah. I left and came.
Storms in your area right now?
I don't think so, but it could be something going on. No, I don't play Elden Ring.
Okay. Maybe they recognized your name or something and thought maybe you were somebody that played. Okay.
I don't play Elden Ring. It's too those games from that company. They're not my bag. I see why people like them, but I don't have the kind of time to get good.
Okay. Well, I don't play online games at all, so I know nothing. I just watch the TV shows and enjoy those. That's it. Halo. Halo.
Oh God,
Fallout.
Dude, the Halo show. No, hot trash.
Darlene says we gave up our cable service years ago. DirecTV keeps taking off channels and raising the prices. Well, that's how they get you. Christina's here. Hey, Christina. She says hi to all. This was actually from 20 minutes ago, so hopefully Christina's still here. Sorry, I'm just catching up. Sarah says, I'm getting a new carrier and new phone for a friend's son. Okay. BB says, almost fell a few seconds ago. Went to the kitchen and fell kind of weak and started to fall, but didn't. Don't like that. Oh my goodness, lady. Jeez Louise. Do you have to use one of those walkers? My mother-in-law has one. Oof. And she leaves it places. She'll go into the kitchen and leave it in the kitchen. And then she'll wander around the house like, where's your walker? Goodness gracious, BB, please take care. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
I fell one day, last week, the week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I kind of passed.
Dude, don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know what caused it. Like, I may have accidentally taken a double dose of my blood pressure meds because my blood pressure dropped, and I would just get weak and drop if I stood up. If I laid down, I started feeling. Yeah, it's not good. I've been fine ever since. It just happened that one time. I think I just accidentally.
You might have got a bug of some type, you know?
No, it went away.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. It went away. So.
It only lasted a few minutes.
All right.
I think I just took a double dose of my medicine.
Tarkor says the phone number is a business or a person's number that should be used, that should have no connection with what is being pushed. I always find it funny when on my phone it actually comes up with a business name, right? And I like video something or other or construction company, and the person is claiming to be from Medicare. And they're literally spoofing somebody else's number. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They're hiding where they're calling from. And they do it on purpose. This is not an accident. You know, they didn't accidentally do anything. They know what they're doing. But we should pity them because they're poor people just trying to do their job.
Pity them.
Burr says hi to Christina. Jim says to Darlene, Verizon cable close that... Verizon cable does that to us. Oh, limiting the channels and then raising the prices? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a tactic of most cable providers. Hazel says, did you check out Home Free? No, I did not. I'll honestly admit there was a bunch of stuff that I was supposed to check out before I went on the trip that I didn't get a chance to. But, Usman says, hey, Drew. Well, hello and welcome. Roxy says hi to Manuel. Manuel says hello to Usman. BB says, we want more, but lately we get less. Pay more, get less. That's just the way it is. Horrible as it is, but we always want more. Christina says, there is someone who sounds just like Avery with a scam baiter channel. Really? That's interesting.
I don't have a scam bait channel.
No.
I don't even post on my channel anymore.
Tim says, in the last several weeks, I've traveled alone due to my wife's health. Okay. When I go to a convention, it's so much more fun to go with somebody, and especially if it's Todd, because I will find something and get a really good deal and it'll just piss him off. He hates it because there are times we'll be like together going through boxes of comics. He'll go through a box of comics and then move on to the next one. Then I'll go through the same box of comics and I'll find something really good. And he's like, how did I miss that? I did that to him several times on this trip and he's not a big fan. All right, let's see what else. LA's here. It says, hi, do scammers never go to sleep like 24/7? I don't know. I'm sure they have call centers that are working all the time, calling different time zones and all. Usually I get calls between 9 a.m. and 8 p.m. They usually slow down around 8 p.m. My phone almost rings almost every day except Sunday at 9 o'clock where they start their calling. But I did tell you guys, I got one of the lottery scammer calls at 7:41 in the morning a few days ago. Actually, no, it was last week. And it kind of shocked me, but I was up and awake and ready to take calls. So, well. Christina says, Darlene, in Montana, it is legal. Okay. Pamela says, be careful to BB. Manuel says, hi to LA. BB says, love the sarcasm on the comments. Well, I mean, that's what you got to do. You can't get mad. You can't get angry, but you can be a smartass. And that's so much more fun. I love doing that. Even if I can't do it well, I still love doing it. Tattle says, Ryan from Accident Claims said it was reported that I was involved in an accident. I asked Ryan who reported it. After a short, long, silent pause, he hung up. I got one the other day that said they were calling about my accident. And I got all defensive. Like, who told you about my accident? Who told you about it? It was supposed to be a secret. I love messing with those guys. Tarkor says, phone rings when you are calling from Texas. What city? Houston. Who is lying, you or my phone? The phone says Alpine, Texas, all the way across the state. Don't think they knew the number. Yeah, they probably don't, but they have some type of control over what number shows up on your phone, Anyway, let's see. Tim says, that's right, Drew. That's good. You don't let those ignorant comments get to you. Absolutely not. There was a time, and Avery knows this because we were talking about it, and we were talking about if somebody like purchased my comic and read it and then commented about it, and if they trashed it, they said, this is nothing but junk, this is crap, this is blah, blah, blah. My first reaction was, oh my God, thank you for buying it and reading it. That's the way I think of if you watch the video and you didn't like it, I appreciate you watching the video. I'm trying. And if you have helpful and valid criticism, perfect. No matter how harsh it is, I love it. But this one guy, like I said, reading the comments says, "Oh, you obviously screwed up," without saying what it was I did wrong. He said, "Obviously, you know what you're doing wrong." It's like, tell me, please educate me. I used to have a dear friend who, whenever he would talk about something, he always assumed you already knew what he was talking about. And he would bring up a subject that I knew nothing about. And he'd be like, well, of course, you know what's going on here. What's happening? It's like, no, tell me. tell me I'm an idiot. You have to you speak to me like I'm a fifth grader or a 5-year-old. Tell me exactly what it is you're talking about. But he used to do that all the time. It was very frustrating. I haven't talked to that guy in many years, and I'm a much better person for it.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
And the moocher.
No, the crazy one.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh yeah. He was insane.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's just so funny. Avery and I are talking in code about people we know, and the moocher and the crazy one. Immediately, he knows exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That is so sad. From what I understand, the moocher's still mooching. So,
well, most people that really were still when we disagree or about something.
You completely roboted out there. What did you say?
People we're really friends with.
Yeah.
Regardless of our disagreements, we're still friends.
That's true. Yeah, Todd's insane. I don't know why we're still talking to him, but we talk to him every week.
True.
Yes, I know. So sad. Manuel says, Drew, great job with the scammers. Awesome. Thanks. You're teaching me a lot about it. And Avery. Okay, fantastic. Never be scared when you're talking to these people on the phone, because being scared is one of the things they try to con you with. They try to make you afraid. They want you to be scared. Don't ever be scared. Nothing they can, the worst thing they can do to you is call you back. You know, they're not going to cancel your Medicare. They're not going to send the police to your house. None of this stuff that they try to threaten people with is ever anything they can do. So never be scared of them. You know, that's like lesson number 1. I think that's one of the best ones. BB says, I just realized that this live chat has a date of June 23rd, 2024. That's tomorrow. It is? Oh my gosh, you're so right. You're so right. I did do that, didn't I? I was thinking about tomorrow, the 23rd, because I'm going to a small convention here in town. And it's on the 23rd. Yeah, you're right. I put the wrong date in. Idiot. Burr says, I got a PCH scammer, a Publishers Clearinghouse scammer. My name was Wilma Flintstone. After asking me what I did for a living, I said a supervisor for Publishers Clearinghouse. Where's your office so we can talk about my winnings over tea or coffee? Why did he hang up? Huh? Dude, I'm gonna try that, Burse. When somebody calls and says they're calling like from the accident helpline, it says, "Yeah, I work here too. Why are you calling me?" I wonder if it'd freak them out if I said, "Yeah, I'm sitting right behind you. Hello, can you not see me?" That would be funny. Darlene says, "Yup, a typo, BB. Yes, it was. Manuel says to BB, laugh out loud. She caught it. Pamela says, way to go, Births. Jim says, me, my brother, and an old friend used to sit on the porch drinking a beer during the summer in the past with a tape recorder and picking at each other and cracking jokes. Yeah, we never recorded any of our lunches. They would have been hilarious, but they would have been more hilarious to us than anything else. Most people would be like, why would you say something so mean to somebody you consider your friend? But that's exactly what we did.
Oh.
All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, Pez is here. Hey, Pez, how's it going? Welcome, my friend. Says, good day, Drew and Avery. He says, hi to everybody. Let's see. Birth says, no walker, but I have a cane I use during the night. Also, I have an emergency button device I can use. Okay, very good, very good. One of the things that is the reason why we moved in with my mother-in-law is because she had several instances of falling down, and we were very, very concerned that nobody would be there to help her. When we first moved in with her, she didn't have any accidents because we were around. We were here. We were reminding her to use her walker. We were here in case something happened. We went on that one cruise that when I retired, and she was telling us she had fallen down like 2-3 times. It's like, what the hell? We leave for a week and you have all the... So frustrating. But it's very scary, the idea of falling down. Like my wife had an incident where she fell down in the bathroom twice, and one of the times hit her head. That scares me to death. That something like that's going to happen. I don't think I've had any issues with falling down. Knock on wood. So, I mean, I'm lucky that way. But even in my crumbled and my I don't want to say disabled, but all the things that go wrong with me, I'm the healthiest person in this house, which is sad.
Man. Oh, oof.
Yeah, I know.
Oof.
Sarah says Avery's sound was bad. Yeah, I told her.
Yeah.
He started a robot. BB says still feeling a little lightheaded. Hope I'm okay. Please sit down. Sit down and relax.
Yeah, exactly. Sit down and relax.
Manuel says my sugar level is very high on Wednesday. It was 208. See, 208 is not high for me. That's kind of in a normal range for me. 150 to 200 is normal for me. But yeah, a lot of people. My wife, she never gets that high, but she gets lows. I mean, she's had lows to where I freak out the thought of getting that low, and she's like, "I'm fine. I just need to eat a little something." I never get that low.
Oh, hypoglycemic?
Yeah. Well, we're both diabetic, so. Burr says, hey to Pez. Let's see what's else going on here. Manuel says, please, BB, take care of yourself. I pray for you. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Texas is here. Hey, Texas says, hey there. She might have been here for a while. I just now noticed. But I appreciate you coming in. Darlene says, my husband has fallen a few times. His leg muscles are very weak since he broke his foot in 2016. Oh, man, breaking your foot. Ugh. That's got to be rough. Well, take care of him. Texas says, oh no to Manuel. Manuel says, a hi to Texas. Pez says, good day to Texas. Texas says hi to Pez. BB says, social getting together things like conventions are always more fun with friends or others that you know. That is true. That is true. Now, the show I'm going to tomorrow, it's a local hotel show, what we call a hotel show. But I actually know people that are going to be there. So even though I'm going by myself and I'm only going to be there for maybe an hour or so, I'm probably going to run into a lot of customers. I know. Because honestly, I tell them, hey, guys, go check out the show. You never know what you're going to find there,
Oh, yeah. Well, say hi to Tony if you see him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's actually came into my store a couple of times and bought some slab books from me. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Well, the first time he came in, I was having a whole conversation with him. And then he was there with a friend. And then they left. And then I remembered his name. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I know this guy. I know his name. As soon as he walked out the door, Tony hit me in the head. The name. And it's like, I know who he is.
We used to shop at his store.
I know. And we talked about that too. I asked him if he was ever going to open up a store again. He would like to. But it's not in the cards right now. And I understand completely the way the industry is, you got to be careful.
Back issues is where it's at, man.
Yeah. Somebody named Scammer says, I'm a scammer, but I love your videos. Well, fantastic. Thank you. Actually, I think everybody loves my videos. I mean, I can't see a single reason why somebody would not like my videos,
There's the problem of your face.
You're so funny.
I know.
So funny, Avery. You make me laugh.
I do.
Tattle says, Scammer asked if my electric was over $100. I asked where he learned English. He told me to bleep my mother and hung up before I could respond. Legit businesses wouldn't keep such an employee. That is absolutely 100% true. That is one of the key ways of knowing somebody is truly a scammer if they literally curse and say something like that. You absolutely know that they're a scammer. Burr says, I used to have extremely high blood sugars, but all of a sudden, January 2022, my blood sugars started crashing all the time. There were even times when I passed out. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
My wife has had 2 incidents where her blood sugars have got low enough that she was unconscious. Once was at home, and once was while she was on a cruise with my mother-in-law. We now know the signs. We now know exactly what happens and what to do in those cases. So it's never been a concern ever since. But you got to experience something like that before you realize what's going on. I'll tell you guys a real quick story. We're going to wrap up real quick. But the one time she did it at home, we were having to go somewhere and I was letting her sleep in. And while I went into the room to wake her up, and she just mumbled something to me. And I'm like, what are you doing, honey? Come on, quit screwing around. Come on. She became non-responsive, and I ended up calling emergency services to come because I could not wake her up. Turns out her blood sugar had plummeted, and she had her insulin pump on, so her insulin pump was still giving in her insulin. So it was like, well, crap, unplug that thing. When the EMS guys got there, they tested her blood sugar. It was super, super low. They gave her a shot of sugar, and she woke up and she looked around, and there's like 3 guys standing around her in the bed, and she's in the bed and they're not in the bed, but they were standing around her. And she's like, honey, why are there 3 men in my bedroom? I'm like, well, honey, you were, but now we know.
God. Yeah.
Now we know. But she was like, why are there these men in my bedroom? And I'm like, happy birthday.
Oh, no. Oh, never, ever let your wife hear that.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. I know there's a lot of other comments in here. I just want to see if anybody... Star Chaser came in. Star Chaser was here. Star Chaser said, this is a prepaid call from an inmate at the Scammer Country Corrections. To accept, press 1. This call is from a correction facility in India and is subject to monitoring and recording. Very good. Very good. I'm just checking to see if anybody else new came in. Okay, everybody else I know or have said something to. I'm not going to read all the rest of the comments because we're going to have to wrap it up. But guys, thank you so much for joining this evening. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. If you are in an area that's getting heavy downpours, please be safe. This is the time of year where rain is constant in a lot of places in the U.S. and just everybody be aware of it. Don't go out driving in it if you don't have to. As I always say, if you guys get any of the calls that I get or calls like the ones I get, either hang up on them or screw with them like I do. And if you do screw with them, try to record it and share it with everybody. Remember the golden rule: screw and share. And then say, why are all these men in my bedroom? Surprise!
Surprise?
Yeah, surprise.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Anyway, everybody, I hope you all have a great week, and I'll talk to you all next time, okay?
Wow.